What if I showed you 3 tools that will massively make a difference in your content creation, give you so much more time back in your business? Is that something that you want? Then definitely stay tuned. Hi, my name is Tina. I help knowledge creators like you automate your business so you can avoid burnout and stay in your zone of genius. And one of the things that makes or breaks your business in order for automations is the tools that you invest in. So I come across tools every single day. Lots of SaaS providers definitely pitch me their tools. Sometimes I look at them, sometimes I don't. But I definitely come across 3 core ones that are pretty awesome. They're right here, but I'm going to walk them through all the details you need to know about them. And one of them is Canva's big brother, and how I like to call it that. And so we're going to talk about them. So one of them is actually Banner Bear. Now, if you haven't heard of Banner Bear, definitely have it be on your radar. One of the first things I always do in tools is I look at the pricing. So I'm just going to be very upfront and look at that. I definitely pay about $50 a month for Banner Bear, but it's honestly well worth it. Now, what exactly is Banner Bear? Banner Bear is a really great tool that automates your marketing assets creation, honestly. So like if you want to automate like your YouTube thumbnails, if you want to automate like some video creation, this is pretty cool. Now, there are a lot of different tools that you can look at that are similar to Banner Bear in terms of like, creating automated images for thumbnails and stuff like that. But the reason why I like Banner Bear a little bit more, and don't get me wrong, it's definitely more pricey than its competitors, is because it has video creation. It has an API accessible where you can create videos on demand that you're not able to create with other tools. Most other tools, they have the option where you can create, templates of pictures, but they don't have that video capability, and that really sucks because I really have tried to find alternative actions and alternative like tools to do this. But I really like Banner Bear for this reason, and that's why there's a time where like I left them and then I came back to them because I couldn't find another thing that does something similar. So I also really like Banner Bear because one of my requirements whenever I think about having a tool to add to my automation stack is they have an API, but they also have a Zapier integration. So that makes it super easy for me to like think about it from the perspective if I want to take a newsletter article and like automatically create the thumbnail for it. Like I could just do that within a flow, and I literally just don't even need to lift a finger. It does it for me. Now, I wanted to show you an example of a really cool way that I've been doing this or been using it. Is I actually have been doing something recently where I actually have been doing builds in public videos. And so all I have to do, honestly, is just like upload a video, create a 1-minute video, upload it to an Airtable database, and then automatically like it triggers an automation, this automation that you're about to see here as an example, and it creates the video for me. So again, one of the main reasons why I like Banner Bear more than any other similar tools is because it has this video capability. So this is like the template that I have where I have it here. And then it also does auto transcriptions. So I feel like a lot of people use like Descript or these other tools. And I'm just like, just use Banner Bear instead because honestly, like the capabilities are way more better and they have better Zapier actions than anything else that I've seen from its competitors. And so, as an example, like I have created many different videos, but this is an example of like my built in public videos where literally, again, all I did was just upload it into Airtable and then it creates outputs like this. So, that's pretty awesome. So really like that. As you can see, it's worked in the past. Now, the next tool that I'm going to show you is actually for all those people who want to automate things in their business, but maybe they can't. Either you come across something that doesn't have an API, or you're just like, okay, I'm looking for an automation solution, but you're maybe not ready to hire an assistant full time yet, or even part time. And so this is where I really like Axiom AI. And so I can't remember where I found it, but I think they're a startup that's with Y Combinator. I have definitely chatted with their founders in customer support when they were very much so in the early stages. I really like them because they're basically like a no code bot builder. And so I really like them because like all the things that I can't, automate via an API or with Zapier or anything like that, then I'll usually use Axiom AI as like a middleman in between the two. It's also a middleman if I don't like want to, share the task with an actual person, then I use the bot builder here as well. Now, some people have like a mixed feelings with bots. Take them as they will. I'm just simply a messenger and showing you that you can have this tool. But what I really like about it is that what's different about this tool versus any other bot builders is that it's no code, which is really nice, and it integrates with Zapier. So I want you to think from this perspective of like, say for example, you have a LinkedIn post, right? And one of the things you don't see in LinkedIn is you don't see the opportunity for you to have an automation where you could do the auto first comment, maybe as a Zapier action, right? So what if you created a LinkedIn bot where you created the first comment? You could do that here. Or if you wanted to like scrape data, you can also do that here. And it's really great because what I also like about Axiom AI is that it's not only a browser bot, but it's also a browser bot that works without having to run my PC on it. And so if I'm like, you know, going about my day, like this bot will do some things for me that I just don't need to do, honestly, anymore. Because they have their own servers and they run their bots on their own things. So it's kind of like, forgive me if I'm using the wrong term. It's kind of like a cloud version of a way to do this. So I really like this. And then let's kind of just go into the pricing so you can see a little bit of all those things. But personally, I am on the Axiom Pro plan. You get 30 hours of monthly runtime and you get a Zapier and Make integration. And honestly, that Zapier integration is very key compared to like anything else. And so just think about this from the perspective of like you're paying $50 a month for like 30 hours worth of work. Let's just like do quick math. Like that's like $1.67 an hour. Like I know you can maybe hire someone for that low. I don't know if that's like ethical, but I think, if you can use this instead, it would be a way better thing. And so I really like them and that's just something to consider. Now, the next tool that I'm going to show you is a really great tool that I came across a couple years ago. And I use this tool every now and then. I don't use it as much anymore, but I also think it's really important because I they've been in the business for a long time and I actually feel really fortunate because I got a lifetime deal. And again, I don't use it as much, but I know it would be good to share. And so this is for LinkedIn prospecting. So if you are trying to basically find a tool that can be really good for LinkedIn, I personally really like Wallaxy. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Wallaxy, but I think they're a French-based company. And so I think it's really cool because you can actually do AI powered search to find all the connections of prospects that you need. You can also, select a sequence. They have a workflow builder that's really nice. That's kind of like good for like visual automations to take care of things. And then you can actually let AI write 20% of the message for you. So again, like use it how you see it works for you, but I just want you to know that this exists. So in terms of like pricing, you could definitely use a plan that is good for you. So I really like this. I think this is good. They also have like a free plan apparently, which is actually pretty cool. So something I want to show you. Another cool thing that I like about Wallaxy is that they have somewhat of an integration with Zapier, and they have an integration via Zapier via webhooks, right? And so think about this from the perspective of like if you are using LinkedIn as a way for you to get leads, then wouldn't it be cool to like take those leads that you're getting on LinkedIn and put it in an Airtable database or like some type of CRM or any type of database for you to actually engage with those leads or keep track of it? Well, you can actually do that via like this whole article here. I'm not going to go through the details of this, but I just want to let you know that it's possible. And so I think this is pretty cool where it's like, okay, like I can take like a person that maybe I've been connecting with LinkedIn and put them in my own, Airtable base. Like that is pretty cool, right? And so these are like the 3 tools that I've been using or have used within the past couple years. And honestly, like they are just hands down some of the best tools that I've come across. And so I'm no longer gatekeeping them. I want you to have access to them and really go from there. So, with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Comment tools, by the way, if you not only want to know all the tools that I'm no longer gatekeeping, but if you want to know other tools, other automation tools that I've used to automate the business, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. So, comment tools and I'll send you the whole tools recommendation list. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.